What is up, YouTube? Hope you guys having a wonderful day. I wanted to talk about this new controversial word that I have come across, and unfortunately, it has opened up my eyes to a whole new perspective that most people don't want to accept, and that's the truth. The truth with human psychology, the truth with human choosing signals, and the truth of how we interact between male and female interactions. And that is lookism. Now, lookism is, in a nutshell, essentially how you look determines your life experiences amongst other people. It kind of relates to you can basically say if you, let's say you were a dog or a cat, depending on what breed of cat or dog you are, that is how you will be treated amongst other human individuals. I don't make up the rules, Mother Nature does. I'm just here to talk about it and debate on it too, because I leave the comment section open. But the one thing that always bothers me the most, because it's correlated with lookism and it's colorism. Colorism is just essentially part of lookism, but it's a way to separate and differentiate people amongst their skin tone of their color, right? For beauty standards, you can say. I feel like colorism is more correlated with women, because nowadays this is amongst everybody. The most attractive women are lighter shade color, or a lighter brown tan color, or even just plain white, pale. Like, there's got to be a certain type of, I would have to say pure white. I don't know how to pronounce it. Like a pearl, yeah, pearl white. That would probably be the perfect, shade of white that most women would look beautiful in. And this kind of, like, makes a lot of people insecure. But to me, I feel like the face, the symmetrical of the way how your face is shaped, your jawline, and your eyes, your nose, like, just everything about you physically in the face determines everything. Like, you can literally, as a woman, if I was choosing a woman, right? As a man, it really boils down to the height, uh, your face, and how you look physically. But there are, as what I've also been told too, when it comes to lookism, there's shades of ugliness, and then there's shades of attractiveness. When it comes to ugliness, you can be ugly in the face, and because of acne. You can be ugly to the face because of genetics, a genetic, this form that you have, like, long overbearing nose, like big old eyes just for no reason. I don't know. This is not me. This is just the information I'm reading off of my head and remember. And then there's, like, ugly because, personality, which I don't really believe in the ugly personality unless, you're one of those types of people who wants to disrespect service workers, like, fast food servers at a restaurant, or you want to cause a scene at Walmart over something small. Like, that's really what I consider as ugly personality. But most individuals, who are insecure and care about their feelings way too much and want everybody to conform to them, because they have pox or they have anxiety, whatever disorder they have. Anybody who comes across as healthy, anybody who comes across as straightforward is considered an ugly personality. And but that's none of my business. I'm just telling you from personal experience, just to make it more relatable. But overall, Lookism is it's out here, whether you want to believe it or not. I personally believe, um, you know, being an Asian descent individual, well, being an Asian descent male, it is much harder out here in America than it is like if I were to go to Asia right now. And it's kind of crazy to me, right? Because growing up, I never fit the stereotype as an Asian male. I didn't have pale pearl or pale pearl white skin. I wasn't really short. Um, well, to American standards, I'm short, but I'm really just just an inch above average. I'm 5'10", and I was really athletic. Um, my face didn't really look like an Han, Chinese person, as what most individuals who never seen an Asian person, they would assume it's a Chinese or Japanese. That ignorant statement: "Are you Japanese? Are you Chinese?" Like you know what I'm saying. And it was kind of tough. Um, like looking back, it shed some skin. I mean, it opened up my skin to like new experiences and new pain, like to feel the success that I have now. It it made me realize that who I was becoming, and that was, I'm either going to coexist with these ignorant individuals, or I'm just going to be hateful, have this victim mentality, and hate everyone and stick with my people. I always try to be nice to other human individuals, who have different cultures and came from different aspects of life. But man, lookism, like I'm coming back to it. Lookism is crazy, and it's also a good thing too. You can basically say it's black and white for me in this day in life, but I feel like that's everybody. If you carry yourself a certain way, certain people will look at you different. In my eyes, I feel like insecure people are the only people that hate me, or dysfunctional people are the only people that hate me. And I mean like actual hate. Like I'm talking like they hate my guts, but they don't even know me type thing. Which it's not personal. It's just all ignorance. I shouldn't be mad, but I should be aware, keep my distance, if you catch my drift. But overall, growing up, I wasn't with the whole like, Asian male, white female dynamic. I had a couple chances in my life. I just wasn't, interested with them, interested in them, due to the fact that I was pretty much bullied by the majority of white women. Like if I looking back, they weren't very attractive white women. Some of them were fat. Some of them had you know, not good looking faces. They weren't symmetrical. They had no jawline. And present day, I'm still dealing with that, hate and frustration and backlash from these women. And I just sit here and I'm like, good. Like it's not my fault, I came to be who I am, but I did work hard to get where I want to be in life and to look like this. And it, as much as I hate to say it, I do have, a little bit of body dysmorphia because it's not enough. I'm content right now, but I know I'm gonna want more later down the road. So yeah. And here I am, present day. I wanna, you know, start a life, have a family, looking for a woman to settle down with. And it's just not looking good, man. Just not looking good. Cause I feel like due to my looks and the way how I talk and act, it kind of it kind of affects, like certain women. Like either women are gonna play games with me and never talk to me, or they're gonna show me like excuse me, they're gonna show me a lot of attention. And I've noticed that the women who show me the most attention are the women who I don't really have like, absolute attraction towards. Like I won't forget this one experience, right? I was at a Lao restaurant. I was ordering some food, and I was trying to ask, this young lady, like, hey, can I get this? Like, the dish was like a beef salad, right? And I wanted to eat the beef salad like raw. I didn't want it like, overcooked, well done. Because I'm not psychopath like that. And she said that she couldn't do it. But before she told me that, she just started like giggling and laughing. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. It's a little, I guess she just found that funny. I'm like, all right. And then, I started, explaining myself like, I'm not trying to look stupid. I was actually being dead serious because, this is a Lao dish and I'm Laos. Once I told her I was, Laos, she like, it was almost as if like a switch had hit in her mind and her tail just started wagging. It was going crazy. Like I could just feel the energy, man, when I was just standing there and just looking at her and talking to her. And then it got to the point where she got so excited that her parents were like literally probably like 3 feet away, and they had came around the corner and started noticing that she started talking to me. She was talking to me quite a bit, more than usual. And she literally like told them that I was allow ethnicity background, and they didn't say anything to me. They just stared at me awkwardly, and it wasn't no like rude stare. It was just like damn, like I don't know what to say, or I don't want to say nothing, but I also don't want to be rude because you're buying our food at a restaurant. And I just sat there. I'm like, damn, man, like my own people don't even recognize me. This is crazy. But it's not my fault. It really ain't. I didn't choose this body. I did not. I'm just renting it. And then when the time comes. But overall, Lookism is very deep. And unfortunately, it doesn't care about your feelings. It's all about how you look, how you act, and how you talk. And if you want to choose to be a victim, well, just know being a victim doesn't get you nowhere in life. It really just locks you up. It's kind of almost if like you're in it's a slow poison. And then, then there's like the victor where you actually take control of your life and you want to change. That has some repercussions with it too, but it's not as bad as, being a victim where, you're slowly going down a really dark path compared to somebody, who wants to change and wants to do something positive around him. Then eventually, the lost souls start to come across you and see the light within you and want to follow your path. So, but yeah, um, hope that made any sense. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later.